Welcome back, Coinology. Imagine holding a single copper-colored coin in your hand, a small disc of metal that most people walk past every single day without even noticing, a coin that millions of Americans have used to buy gum, candy, stamps, or simply tossed into drawers and jars without thinking twice. But what if I told you that one of these coins, a single 1-cent piece dated 2004, has a story so dramatic, so surprising, and so extraordinary that collectors around the world whisper about it like a legend? What if I told you that among the billions of ordinary cents minted in that year, there exists a version so rare, so mysterious, and so unbelievably valuable that its estimated worth has climbed into numbers so huge that even professional collectors raise their eyebrows, reaching all the way to a staggering figure of $254,000 million in myth, rumor, and collector fantasies? Imagine the excitement, the disbelief, the anticipation that builds as we explore what makes the 2004 cent so special, why collectors chase it with such intensity, and what sets it apart from the river of ordinary coins that pour out of the Denver Mint every year. The story begins not with treasure hunters or million-dollar auctions but inside the massive halls of the United States Mint in Denver, Colorado, a place where roaring machinery runs day and night, stamping out tens of millions of cents with mechanical precision. In 2004, the minting of the Lincoln Memorial Cent continued as part of a tradition that goes back all the way to 1909, the year the very first Lincoln cent was introduced, honoring Abraham Lincoln on the centennial of his birth. Over the years, collectors have come to know and love the small but carefully crafted portrait of Lincoln facing right, sculpted by the talented artist Victor David Brenner. His initials, those tiny VDB letters, tucked at the bottom of the design, carry the legacy of a century-old American icon. The 2004 cent weighs the standard mass of the modern Lincoln series, 2.5 grams, composed not of pure copper like the early versions but of a zinc core plated with copper to give it that familiar warm reddish glow. The modern penny may look copper, but its heart is zinc, reflecting the changes in American coinage and metal costs over time. Its diameter remains a classic 19.05 millimeters, its thickness just 1.52 millimeters, and its smooth, plain edge quietly circles the coin like a frame around a miniature sculpture. On the obverse side, the coin features Lincoln's thoughtful face, the word Liberty struck boldly to his left, and the year 2004 engraved proudly to his right. Just under the D mint mark, the tiny letter that reveals its birthplace in Denver. Turn the coin over, and the reverse displays the long-standing design of the Lincoln Memorial, complete with the subtle, barely visible statue of Lincoln inside, an artistic detail many people never even notice. The words United States of America arc across the top, the motto E Pluribus Unum rests just above the memorial, and 1 cent lies at the bottom in large, formal letters. It is a classic, familiar design, one that millions of hands have touched, yet beneath this ordinary appearance lies a tale of potential rarity, error varieties, and the unpredictable world of coin collecting. The world of numismatics is filled with surprises. A tiny scratch, a doubled letter, a minting flaw, or a metal composition error can transform a simple penny into an object worth a fortune. Collectors obsess over these details, scanning coins under microscopes, comparing photos, and chasing after rumors of misstrikes and hidden variations. That brings us to the phenomenon surrounding the 2004 penny, a coin that should be common but has sparked waves of speculation and wild estimates. Some say a rare misminted batch escaped into circulation, some claim an experimental strike took place, others whisper about a small run of off-metal planchets that were never officially documented. In the realm of collector stories, myths often grow larger than life, but what makes this coin so captivating is not just its physical characteristics. It is the idea that out of billions of ordinary cents, a few might carry anomalies so dramatic that they become the focal point of international collector attention. When a coin becomes associated with rare errors, its value can explode from a single cent to thousands, tens of thousands, or even enormous speculative figures whispered about online. Whether these estimates reflect authenticated sales or collector fantasies, they fuel curiosity, excitement, and the desire to look closer. Even the idea of a 2004 cent rumored to be worth hundreds of millions sparks a kind of magnetic attraction. People want to look again, inspect their change, open old jars, and dream of finding that single life-changing coin. Imagine a 2004 penny with an extraordinary mint error, perhaps struck on the wrong planchet, maybe a rare misaligned die strike, or a doubled die so dramatic that the letters appear shadowed like a ghost image. Imagine one created by accident, slipping past quality control, becoming lost in the massive flow of circulating coins only to reappear years later in someone's drawer or wallet. It is these possibilities that drive collectors into deep research, hunting through endless rolls of pennies, examining coin after coin, all for the chance to discover one of those miraculous survivors. The legend of the 2004 cent's extreme value, a figure soaring into hundreds of billions in rumor, reflects the intensity of collector culture, where stories spread, multiply, and take on a life of their own. The true value of any coin depends on rarity, condition, desirability, and authentication, yet the dream of an ultra-rare penny pushes people to obsess over the smallest details. A coin in perfect mint state, untouched, shining with its original luster, can command far more attention than a worn, circulated example. Specialists analyze the sharpness of the strike, the contrast in luster, the presence of full original detail in Lincoln's hair, the clarity of the memorial pillars, and even tiny marks that might reduce its grade by a fraction. Collectors know that the difference between MS-66 and MS-67 can mean hundreds or thousands of dollars. With rumors of extraordinary errors, those values elevate even higher. People imagine auctions filled with gasps, bidding wars pushing numbers to unimaginable heights, and a small copper-plated zinc coin sitting inside a glass case under bright lights, becoming the center of attention as auctioneers shout numbers that echo across the room. Even though most 2004D pennies remain ordinary pocket change, the idea that one might exist with earth-shattering rarity keeps the legend alive. Some claim that early reports mentioned a unique off-metal strike, others talk about a special die variety that appeared only briefly before being replaced. Whether these tales are true or distorted by time doesn't matter as much as the passion they create. Stories give coins life, transforming them from objects into adventures, from metal into mystery. The history behind the Lincoln Cent series adds even more meaning to this. Every Lincoln Cent connects us to the past, to 1909, to Lincoln himself, to over a century of American history reflected in the smallest unit of currency. The 2004 cent sits near the end of the Lincoln Memorial Reverse era, just 5 years before the design changed in 2009 for Lincoln's 200th birthday. As the end of an era, these coins represent the last chapters of the long-running memorial design. For collectors, that makes them historically significant in their own way, a final snapshot of a design that millions grew up with. When people talk about extreme values, even unbelievable figures like $254,000 million, they are not always speaking literally. They are speaking from excitement, imagination, and the dream of discovering something hidden. They are expressing the magic of coin collecting, the idea that the most unexpected object can become the most valuable treasure. The 2004D penny stands at the intersection of reality and imagination, a coin that sparks curiosity whether you are a seasoned collector or someone simply hoping for a lucky find. And this is only the beginning of the story, because the more you understand about its weight, design, mint mark, composition, and history, the more you begin to appreciate how a tiny cent can grow into an icon of mystery. The journey through this coin's world is long, rich, and filled with surprising details that make every moment fascinating. And as we dive deeper into the background, the minting process, the errors, the market speculations, and the collector psychology surrounding this extraordinary cent, the story becomes even more compelling. As we continue this unfolding journey into the world of the 2004D 1-cent coin, imagine the lens zooming in further, deeper than before, entering the microscopic universe hidden within the familiar copper glow of this tiny artifact. Every ridge, every shadow, every reflection on its surface becomes a clue, a whisper from the minting process, a hint about the conditions under which it was born. For most people, a penny is nothing more than an insignificant piece of metal, but for the collector who studies it, a penny becomes a landscape, a miniature world full of delicate structures and subtle imperfections that tell the story of its origin. Picture the Denver Mint floor during the production year of 2004. Large metal coils, shiny with copper plating, unspool like vast ribbons before being sliced into small disc-shaped blanks called planchets. These planchets tumble and clatter through machines, bouncing and sliding like tiny planets in a chaotic orbit. Each planchet must meet strict specifications, weight measured in decimal precision, diameter checked by automated sensors, thickness verified through roll pressures calibrated to perfection. Yet despite the strict quality controls, tiny deviations can slip through, and it is these deviations, these mysterious exceptions, that feed the legends surrounding coins like the 2004D cent. Once the planchets reach the striking chamber, the real transformation occurs. Giant presses deliver astonishing force, imprinting the iconic design onto each piece. The dies used for striking are carefully crafted steel tools, engraved with intricate detail. The obverse die carries the image of Abraham Lincoln, with careful lines etched to form his face, hair, beard, and coat. The reverse die holds the Lincoln Memorial, complete with its precisely sculpted columns. When the dies come together, striking both sides in a fraction of a second, the planchet is no longer a blank, it becomes a coin. Most of these coins are perfect, uniform, consistent. But once in a while, something unexpected happens. A die becomes slightly misaligned, a tiny crack forms in the metal, the copper plating separates, or a foreign planchet slips into the machine by accident. These rare moments, almost invisible to the human eye, create anomalies that collectors treasure beyond imagination. Now imagine one of these anomalies emerging in 2004. The Denver Mint struck billions of pennies that year, making it nearly impossible to track down every single variation. But within such massive production numbers, the odds of an extraordinary error increase. Rumors have swirled in collector communities for years, tales of a 2004D penny struck on an experimental planchet, perhaps using leftover stock from an unrelated coinage test. Others whisper about a unique double die obverse with ghost-like shadows behind the date and the word liberty, an effect so striking that once seen, it cannot be forgotten. There are stories of off-center strikes so dramatic that only half the design appears on the coin, leaving the rest of the space blank like a mysterious void. But the most seductive rumor of all speaks of a single 2004D penny with an extraordinary off-metal strike, a cent minted on a foreign planchet base. The idea alone has sent collectors spiraling into obsession. When a coin becomes part of legend, its value becomes fluid. It is no longer controlled by mintage numbers alone or by condition grading. Its value becomes dependent on demand, speculation, and the emotional weight that people attach to its story. That is how a coin that costs just 1 cent to produce can become the subject of rumors claiming it could be worth numbers reaching into the hundreds of billions, numbers far beyond any confirmed auction results yet deeply embedded in the mythos of rare numismatic tales. These stories exaggerate, stretch, expand, and grow, but what they truly reflect is the human desire for treasure, the ancient hunger for discovery. Collectors have always been explorers at heart. They search through rolls of coins from banks, pour through old jars stored in closets for decades, sift through piles of change gathered from years of daily life. Each penny becomes a question: is this one ordinary or extraordinary? Does this one hide a secret that no one has uncovered yet? The 2004 D penny, with all the rumors surrounding it, fuels this excitement more than most modern coins. Even though the odds of finding a truly rare one are incredibly small, the dream remains, because dreams are not limited by probability. They are limited only by imagination. The psychology behind collector enthusiasm is fascinating. Coins offer something tangible, a real object that has traveled through time and space, touched countless hands, and survived the shifting world of American commerce. Unlike digital items, coins hold physical weight. They carry the fingerprints of history. When someone holds a penny, they hold a story. When they study that penny, the edges, the details, the shine or lack of shine, they enter a relationship with that story. Every line engraved by the mint becomes a doorway to curiosity, and then there is the matter of grading, one of the most complex aspects of coin valuation. The difference between a coin graded MS65 and MS68 might seem invisible to untrained eyes, but to professionals, it represents a massive jump in market value. A flawless 2004 D cent, one with its original red color, no scratches, full strike details, and immaculate surfaces, becomes a treasure even without errors. Add a dramatic error to that perfect condition, and its theoretical value skyrockets. When legends begin to form around such coins, people speculate wildly about their market potential, creating numbers that grow bigger every time the story is retold. Collectors gather in online forums, trade groups, and auction halls, discussing every rumor, every alleged discovery, every article that mentions a unique or unexplained error. Some share photos of strange coins they believe might be the fabled variety. Others argue over diagnostics, the small features that distinguish genuine errors from damaged coins. The 2004 D penny becomes more than a coin. It becomes the center of a passionate debate, a focal point for imagination, and a symbol of the uncertainty that makes numismatics so addictive. Even though the actual confirmed sales of 2004 D cents are modest, the mythic versions, the ones said to be worth enormous figures like $254,000 million, occupy a special place in collector folklore. Just like the stories of lost treasure ships, rare stamps, or priceless paintings hidden in attics, these stories persist because people love the idea that unimaginable fortune could be hiding in plain sight. Imagine a scenario where someone finds such a coin by accident, a young collector, perhaps, searching through their spare change one night under a simple desk lamp, watching the copper glint in the warm yellow light. They turn one penny over and suddenly notice something different, the color slightly off, the strike unusual, the design slightly shifted. Heart racing, they examine it closer, searching up photos, researching error descriptions, comparing every curve and edge. The realization begins to form: they may be holding something no one has ever seen before. And just like that, their entire life changes. That scenario is not just fantasy. It has happened throughout coin collecting history. Rare coins worth fortunes have been discovered in pocket change, rolls from banks, and old inherited boxes. The idea that lightning could strike again with a 2004 D penny is what keeps the legend alive, and so the story continues, expanding like a wave across the world of collectors, echoing through conversations, social media posts, YouTube videos, and coin dealer discussions. Every time the story is retold, it gains another layer, becomes richer, more dramatic, more compelling. And the 2004 D cent, with its humble face and ordinary appearance, becomes a character in a story far bigger than itself. This rare cent is a reminder that value is not always measured in metal but in meaning. It shows how something small can inspire enormous fascination. How a simple coin can ignite dreams of discovery. And how the allure of rarity can transform everyday objects into legendary artifacts. The legend of the 2004 D penny continues to evolve, fueled by speculation, imagination, and the endless human desire for mystery. And as we go deeper into this story, exploring the deeper history, the minting variations, the collector psychology, and the endless pursuit of hidden treasure, the journey becomes even more immersive. As the story of the 2004 D cent unfolds further, the scene broadens to include the people whose lives have been quietly shaped by this tiny piece of metal without them even realizing it. Imagine generations of families who have handled these coins unknowingly, passing them from hand to hand in grocery stores, gas stations, school cafeterias, vending machines, and parking meters. Each coin carries the invisible fingerprints of every moment it has participated in, weaving itself into the daily rhythm of countless lives. And somewhere among all those everyday transactions, perhaps mixed inside a forgotten jar in someone's kitchen cabinet or resting unnoticed beneath the cushions of a sofa, lies a coin that collectors whisper about in fascination. The 2004 D cent becomes more than a piece of currency, it becomes a silent traveler, moving through time and space, absorbing the stories of each person who touched it. Some coins left the mint shiny, bright, and perfect, entering circulation with crisp detail and sharp strikes. Others were bag-marked, dented, or scraped during transport, beginning their journey already bearing the scars of their mechanical birth. But a few, a very tiny number, might have been different from the moment they were created. These are the coins that fuel legends, the possible mistakes, the accidental creations, the anomalies that escaped detection and slipped unnoticed into the world. Collectors often say that rare coins choose their owners. They appear when least expected, discovered by people who were never searching, transforming lives in an instant. Think of the countless individuals who have stumbled upon valuable treasures without even intending to. They didn't set out to find wealth, fate simply guided them toward it. And that possibility creates a powerful sense of hope around the 2004 descent, a sense that maybe, just maybe, a life-changing treasure could be hiding in the most ordinary places. The emotional connection people develop with rare coins is difficult to explain to those who have never experienced it. When a collector studies a coin under a magnifier, observing every ridge, shadow, and stroke of the engraving, they are not merely looking at metal, they are reading a story written in a language of shapes and textures. They search for clues: a doubled letter, a slight rotation, a misalignment, a small raised bump caused by a die break, a copper plating bubble, or a faint discoloration revealing a planchet flaw. Each tiny detail becomes a word in a narrative, forming a tale that tells how the coin came to be. For the 2004 penny, every examination becomes a small adventure. The collector sits at a table, the room dim except for a single lamp casting a circle of warm light. They pick up the coin with tweezers so as not to smudge its surface with fingerprints. They tilt it slowly back and forth, letting the light glide across the raised surfaces of Lincoln's profile. The way the reflections shift reveals information about the state of the die that struck the coin, whether the die was fresh and sharp or worn and tired. They inspect the letters of "In God We Trust," checking for subtle distortions or shadow-like doubling. They examine the date 2004, focusing especially on the shapes of the digits, looking for split serifs, unusual thickness, or doubling that could indicate a rare die variety. They check the mint mark D, searching for signs that it may have been repunched, a rare but valuable feature. Then comes the reverse. The Lincoln Memorial, though a common design, becomes a vast field of study when seen through a magnifying lens. The spaces between the pillars, the tiny representation of Lincoln seated within the central chamber, the texture of the fields around the building, these are all potential locations for discoveries. A faint die crack running across the memorial like a hairline fracture, a small raised dot indicating a die chip, or even a misalignment causing one side of the memorial to appear slightly stretched or compressed. Any of these features could turn a single penny into a valuable variety. The deeper one dives into numismatics, the clearer it becomes that coins are not mass-produced objects in the way many assume. Yes, billions are made, but each one carries subtle variations created by momentary conditions within the mint. Dies wear down, break, shift, and are replaced. Striking pressure fluctuates. Planchets vary slightly in thickness, tone, and smoothness. And these variables mean that each coin is unique in its own microscopic way. When a coin becomes associated with legendary rarity, collectors begin analyzing every example they find, hoping to identify the secrets hidden within these variations. This brings us back to the mystique of the 2004 cent rumored to be worth extraordinary amounts. Even though no official documentation confirms such extreme valuations, the legend persists because people want to believe that miracles can occur in the smallest places. The idea of a penny being worth a fortune invokes feelings of excitement, wonder, and possibility. It turns coin searching into a treasure hunt where every handful of pocket change becomes an opportunity for discovery. And people love treasure hunts, they always have, since childhood. When they imagine finding pirate gold buried in the sand or stumbling upon hidden jewels in the forest, the yearning for discovery is woven into the human spirit. It's why people explore the oceans, climb mountains, dig through archaeological sites, and search for ancient artifacts buried under centuries of dirt. Coins like the 2004 cent feed this same instinct on a miniature scale, giving people a chance to uncover history within their own hands. Collectors sometimes talk about the sensation they feel when they realize they have found something special: a rush of electricity, a heartbeat that quickens, a breath that catches in their throat. Some describe it as a moment of pure disbelief, where time seems to slow down as the reality of their discovery sinks in. Others describe it as an instant connection with history, as if they have uncovered a secret that the world had forgotten. And when they look at that rare coin, they no longer see metal. They see a story, a moment in time, a piece of the past that has resurfaced to reveal itself. The 2004 cent sits on the edge between modern circulation and numismatic intrigue, a coin common enough to be found anywhere yet surrounded by a fog of mystery that captivates collectors. As more people become aware of the rumors and legends associated with it, the excitement grows. Online communities discuss it late into the night. Videos spread stories of extraordinary values. Hobbyists search through jars and rolls with renewed determination. And the legend continues to evolve, gaining strength with each retelling. The true value of a coin is not always determined solely by metal content, population numbers, or auction records. Sometimes value is created by stories, by intrigue, by the dream that something miraculous might exist. And in the world of the 2004D penny, that dream is very much alive, driving people to search, explore, and imagine. As the journey deeper into the world of the 2004D cent continues, the story becomes even more intertwined with the people who chase these coins, the dreams they carry, and the strange paths that rare coins can take in the real world. Imagine the collectors who wake up early in the morning just to visit banks, requesting boxes and rolls of pennies, knowing that most of what they will find will be ordinary. Yet the slim possibility, that tiny whisper of chance that something rare lies hidden within the paper-wrapped cylinders, pushes them forward like explorers setting out across uncharted seas. They carry magnifiers, coin scales, LED lights, gloves, notebooks, and an endless supply of patience, all for the purpose of uncovering something extraordinary in the midst of the ordinary. The 2004D penny, with its persistent rumors, becomes a motivating beacon for these treasure hunters. Some search casually, emptying their pockets at the end of the day. Others devote themselves fully, placing thousands of coins in long trays, inspecting each one with careful precision. They check the color, the shine, the crispness of the strike. They weigh the pennies, hoping to find one that deviates from the standard 2.5 grams, perhaps heavier or lighter, suggesting a planchet anomaly. They measure the diameter, looking for irregularities caused by a slight miscut or a stretching effect from a misaligned die strike. Every unusual result becomes a clue worth pursuing. Collectors often talk about how time disappears when they search for rare coins. Hours slip away like minutes. Some find themselves lost in the rhythmic process, pick up a coin, examine it, turn it under the light, decide if it is ordinary or worth saving, and move on to the next. It becomes meditative, calming, yet at the same time filled with constant anticipation, like walking through a forest where treasure might be hidden under any stone. And even when they find nothing, the hope remains alive, urging them to continue. That is the beauty of numismatics. Even the smallest coin can become a gateway to suspense, discovery, and imagination. The storytelling surrounding coins amplifies the excitement even further. The moment someone online shares a rumor of a rare variety, a new error, or a coin allegedly sold for a staggering amount, the community bursts into conversation. Screenshots circulate. People post photos of their own finds, hoping theirs matches the legendary example. Discussions erupt about authenticity, die markers, and diagnostic features. The myth surrounding the 2004D penny grows each time a new story appears, feeding the fascination that has made this little coin the subject of dramatic speculation. Some tales describe the 2004D penny being struck on leftover copper planchets from previous decades, creating an unusual weight difference. Others describe off-metal strikes where the zinc core is replaced by something unexpected, producing colors and tones not seen in typical circulation cents. Then there are the whispered rumors of misstruck dies that created extremely unusual doubling, dramatic misalignments, or even coins missing parts of the design entirely. Though few of these claims have been officially confirmed, the possibility alone sparks interest. People do not chase certainty, they chase possibility. And the 2004D cent sits perfectly at the intersection of these two worlds. Imagine an old wooden box tucked away in a dusty attic, untouched for years. Inside it lies an assortment of belongings, letters, photos, medals, and a small cloth pouch filled with coins collected decades ago. Among these coins is a bright red 2004D penny, shielded from circulation by the darkness of the box, its surface preserved in nearly perfect condition. For years it remained hidden, waiting for someone to rediscover it. One day, a descendant opens the box out of curiosity, pours out the coins, and finds the shining cent. They turn it over, noticing how crisp and sharp the details are, completely unaware that collectors around the world debate and dream about rare varieties from this very year in mintmark. They have no idea that this simple discovery could change their life, or at the very least, open a new doorway into the world of coin collecting. The world is full of undiscovered treasures like this, coins forgotten in drawers, saved as pocket change souvenirs, or tucked behind furniture. Time, neglect, and chance often create the most remarkable finds. Stories circulate of people discovering rare cents in old piggy banks, coffee cans, jars, and even in the linings of wallets. Some of the most valuable finds in numismatic history have occurred by accident. And that is what gives coins like the 2004D cent their irresistible appeal. The idea that the next great discovery could be waiting quietly in an unexpected place makes the search feel magical. Now imagine the perspective of someone who has no knowledge of coins at all. They pick up a 2004D penny from the sidewalk, toss it in their pocket without thinking, and go about their day. To them, it is nearly worthless, just a common piece of change. But in another context, in the hands of a collector, under a magnifier, analyzed for signs of rarity, it could be a significant find. The contrast between these two worlds creates a powerful tension. One person sees nothing special, while another sees potential treasure. This duality is what keeps the hunt alive. Something incredibly valuable could be hiding in plain sight, invisible to those who do not look closely. As more collectors learn about the possibilities surrounding the 2004D penny, the demand for high-grade examples grows. Online marketplaces list pristine specimens graded by professional services, each one sealed in a plastic slab with a numerical grade that becomes its identity. People study population reports, comparing how many exist in MS-67, MS-68, or better. They look at auction archives to find the rarest, most valuable sales. These numbers create their own narrative, shaping perceptions of scarcity and desirability. The market becomes a living organism, constantly shifting in response to new discoveries, rumors, and demand. Every detail surrounding the 2004 cent, its composition, its minting process, its potential errors, its myths of extraordinary worth, its journey through circulation, and the passion of those who hunt it, forms a tapestry of intrigue that continues to grow richer with every conversation. And with each passing year, as more collectors join the hobby and more stories emerge, the legend expands. The story of this penny is not just about metal or money. It is about curiosity, history, and the endless human desire to find meaning in the simple things. It is about how ordinary objects can become extraordinary through the lens of fascination, how a small coin can become a symbol of possibility, and how a rumor alone can inspire thousands of people to search, dream, and wonder. As the story of the 2004 cent continues to expand, the world around it begins to reveal itself in even greater depth, showing how a simple coin can connect countless people across different lifestyles, experiences, and generations. Imagine the landscape of daily life where these pennies travel, pockets jingling as people walk down busy sidewalks, cash registers opening and closing with rhythmic precision, coins sliding across counters at convenience stores, falling into donation boxes, being passed from stranger to stranger without a second thought. In this endless river of transactions, billions of coins blend into a blur of routine. And yet somewhere, hidden among them, might be a rare, mysterious 2004 cent with a story more remarkable than anyone realizes. Picture a young collector just starting out, perhaps inspired by videos or stories of rare finds. They sit at a small desk in their bedroom, a lamp casting a warm glow on a pile of coins spread before them. The coins clink softly as they move them around, each one a tiny world of possibility. With every turn, every glint of light off the copper surface, they wonder if this next coin could be special. They study the details with awe, not yet fully understanding the nuances of doubling, die cracks, planchet errors, or mint anomalies, but feeling the spark of curiosity that fuels collectors everywhere. For them, the 2004 penny becomes a symbol of the excitement of discovery, the possibility of finding something rare in something so small. And now imagine a seasoned collector, someone who has spent decades studying coins, attending auctions, trading with friends, analyzing mint patterns, and tracking down rarities with relentless dedication. Their workspace is filled with tools, scales, calipers, magnifiers, microscopes, reference books, and slabs from grading companies stacked neatly in rows. For them, the 2004 cent represents not just a coin but a potential puzzle, a mystery to be unraveled. They know the intricacies of die varieties, understand mint machinery, and can detect forgeries with a keen eye. When rumors surface about a potentially extraordinary 2004 variety, they feel that familiar thrill, the one that has kept them engaged with numismatics for years. They dig into research, compare photos, consult other experts, and search through their own collection, hoping that perhaps one of the many pennies they saved long ago could be a hidden treasure. The coin itself becomes a bridge connecting these different worlds: the beginner, the expert, the casual hobbyist, the curious observer. All are linked by a shared sense of wonder. This is part of what makes the 2004 penny's legend so compelling. It appeals to everyone. It invites people to look closer, to search deeper, to appreciate the small details that most overlook. And in doing so, it transforms the ordinary act of handling change into something meaningful. Collectors often describe their passion as a dialogue between themselves and history. They speak of coins as if they are alive, carrying whispers from the past. When holding a penny minted decades ago, they reflect on the year it was created, imagining the world as it was then, the style of clothing, the price of everyday items, the cultural atmosphere, the major events. With the 2004 cent, the timeline is more recent, but no less meaningful. The year 2004 saw its own turning points, its own memorable events, its own stories of people living their lives, many of whom unknowingly handled these coins. That connection, subtle yet powerful, enriches the experience of studying the coin. The mint itself remains an essential part of the narrative. Think about the enormous Denver Mint facility, vast rooms filled with machinery, conveyor systems humming with energy, rolls of copper-plated zinc planchets being prepared for striking. Workers monitor machines, inspect coins, manage quality control, and ensure each strike meets the standards set by the U.S. Mint. In this environment, precision is paramount, yet the sheer volume of production means that rare anomalies can still occur, slipping through unnoticed and entering circulation. These anomalies are the seeds of numismatic legends, the tiny artifacts that collectors dream of uncovering. Consider the sophisticated technology used in minting. Dies are engraved with exacting detail, created through a series of steps that blend art and engineering. Each die has its own lifespan, gradually wearing down with each strike. As dies age, the details on the coins they produce begin to weaken, soften, or distort. These small changes can create minor variations that collectors study closely. On rare occasions, a die may crack, creating raised lines on the coins it strikes. Or it may suffer from misalignment, causing one side of the coin to shift slightly. Even rarer still is the possibility of a die being improperly prepared, resulting in dramatic doubling or ghost-like images on the coin's surface. Such errors, though infrequent, are the lifeblood of numismatic excitement. And the idea that one of the 2004 D cents could possess such an extraordinary error, one so rare that it stands apart from all others, adds fuel to the legend. People imagine the possibility of an undiscovered variety still circulating somewhere, waiting for the right person to find it. It is this sense of hidden potential that keeps collectors searching long after others would give up. The emotional aspect of collecting is just as important as the technical side. Many collectors speak of the joy of discovery, the rush of holding something rare, the satisfaction of learning something new. They talk about sitting quietly at their desks late into the night, examining coins while the rest of the world sleeps. There is something deeply personal and introspective about this hobby, a moment of solitude where history meets curiosity, where patience meets passion. The 2004 D penny becomes a focal point for this energy. Its ordinary appearance masks the extraordinary potential that collectors attribute to it. Even if only one or two coins from that year in mint mark possess truly rare errors, the possibility alone creates a wave of fascination that extends far beyond the few who might ever see such coins in person. The legend becomes bigger than the coin itself, transforming into a story of hope and imagination. Think about the countless stories of rare coins found by accident, a man discovering a valuable penny while cleaning his garage, a child finding a rare variety in pocket change, an elderly person uncovering a forgotten coin collection that turns out to be worth far more than expected. These stories circulate like motivational sparks, convincing people that anything is possible. And as long as people believe in possibility, the search will continue. The 2004 D cent symbolizes this spirit perfectly. It represents the idea that hidden treasures can be found in the simplest places, that history can reveal itself in the palm of your hand, and that a small copper-colored disc can spark dreams far larger than its size. It stands as a reminder that value is not always measured in dollars but sometimes in the thrill of discovery, the joy of learning, and the connection we feel to the stories embedded in the objects we study. And so the journey continues, the searching, the speculating, the dreaming, all revolving around a tiny coin that most people ignore but some people treasure. Or Jabhum 2004 D Lincoln Sen Ki Kahani Ko or Garaisa Samajin Ki Koshish Kardi Hain to Ekajibasichi Sami Adi Hai, Wayaku as Coin Kaber Main Jitna Zayata Research Kia Jada Hayatna Hayaska Charm Bata Jada Hai, Kian Koaxar Log Samaj Hain Koek Modern Penny Ka Koikas Value Nahi Hoda, Lekin for Ek Dumasi Kuch Collectors Kubich Kabar Failti Hai Ku 2004 D Kukuch specific pieces A Smile Hain Jinka Andar not only pristine surfaces Hodi Hain Baki Ummi microscopic. Level par AC anomalies Hodi Hain Jisa Am Admi to Kia expert be Pali Nazarmi Samaj Nahi Sakta, or Johannesek AC High Create Hodi High Jo Market Ko Hila Dedi High, Kuchlog Sakti Hain Kashade Yes Surf Rumerho, Lekin Javek Du Auction Houses Ni Confidential Bidding Logs Li Kai, Wahan Pada Kelta Hai Kukuch Buyers Ni ISS Coin Rare Flawless Example Kalia La Kanai, Baki Crores Key Bidding Key T or Usai Environment Ni $254,000 million Ka Symbolic High Valuation Rumor. Circulate Karn Lagta High, or Chihiya officially verified Naho, Lekin collecting community Kaliya Ek High create Karn Kuliya Kafi Hoda High, Kyun Kujishi be collectible Kasap Spota weapon Hoda High Uska narrative, Uska legend, Uska folktale Jime log Kud Ko connect Karsakin or Jabhum design Keybot Kardi Hain to 2004 D Penny Ka Abers Hamesh Ek fascination Ka Source Ra High, Lincoln Ka deep sculpted profile Joe Victor David Brenner in 1909 me design Kia the Woe AJB. Ek timeless icon manajata high, like in 2004 ku strike me kuche subtle differences det gay hain jisa surf will log notice car socked hain jo years as a sensor minting pattern study car rati hain, jace cheekbone ku contours, airline key Christmas, or liberty ku letters ku beach ku microspatial gaps, Jime Denver min ka striking zamana apnea kalag high identity showcase karta high, or kuch collectors Katie Hain ku 2004 d ku kuch lots me planchet slightly harder alloy batchasi bay in the JIS. Kiwajasi details or sharpness ek uncanny level tak enhance hojati high, or isa terra ku coins jab accidentally untouched ray jayan, jishi banker ku vault me store hojayan, jishi grandma ku jarmi min state condition me preserve hojayan, tabage chulke wo record breaking sales generate kardi hain or jab hum reverse ki taraf bata hain, jahan wheat reverse nahi hoda, baki Lincoln memorial reverse hoda high, to 2004 d kaya aspect be apni ek kahani rakta high, kyun kuyi reverse. Design 1959 to 2008 Tak Keltara, Lekenhar Sol Cost striking pressure, mint die state, polishing cycles, or feed rate thoda change hoda reda or 2004 me Denver mint Koandar Joe experimental speed adjustments Kaige the unki wajas ikuch coins at ni perfectly aligned struck hu ko unmi memorial ko columns razor edge Christmas kasatha pirode hanjo high grade collectors Kalia golden standard Jisa hoda high, or jab isa coin kabi PSA, and Jisiya PCGS collabmi jada high. Or Wahan MS69 ya hypothetical MS70 grade ko AAS pos evaluate hone lagta high, to market me ek dums uska premium explode karta high, kyun ko high grade modern pennies hard jishi ka pos hodi hain, lekin perfect surfaces or perfect luster walla piece milna lottery jisa hoda high or ISS pure scenario me ek or fascinating aspect high jisa log overlook cardid hain, wo high luster rotation, JISS murad hoda high jab coin ko light kuneche rotate kardi hain to usky surface light waves ko kiss. Terra reflect cardi high, or 2004 D kukuch coins me silky will cart will affected na insane hoda haiku collector community me unhi diamond spin finish pennies konamasa unofficially refer kia jada high, or jab koi coin isa category me milta high duaska emotional impact collector combine me ek deep memory ban jada high jowaski decision making co-influence carda high, or kabi kabi irrationally high prices tak la jada high, jaha koi buyer kada high kamudi ya coin chaichi jobi. Price Dina paid, or Yahai wo moment hoda high jaha fictional sounding $254,000 million valuations ka rumor buzz create karda high, Kyun ko collecting denayami exaggerated legendary stories ka apna ekalag culture hoda high jo kabi kabi reality ko overshadow cardita high or jab hum weight keybot cardi hain to 2004 D penny ka standard weight 2.5 grams hoda high, zinc core or copper plating kasath, like an oddities tab hodi hain jab manufacturing batch me planchet thickness slightly. Fluctuation show carda high, or jab weight 2.50 to 2.54 ya 2.47 tak be drift carda high, to kuch hardcore collectors ISS variation ko obi record cardi hain, ichis am admi ko trivia likety high, like in penny ko microscopic world me ye variations ek treasure map jc hodi hain, or kabi kabi yahi slight weight oddity jishi coin ka high value USP banjadi high, cause tor p jab with coin ek mind error kasath coincide card j slightly off center strike, die clash mark, double die effect. Repunched mint mark. Plating blister JC anomalies, Jisa collecting Denayami ek dum's premium multiplier kasath evaluate Kia Jada high or fur bot addy high market key, Jaha hype or demand ka combination high coin key real Denaya banata high, Jahi koi coin technically $254,000 million ka naho, like an agar uski rarest graded examples in ikabi deep pocket collectors ko bidding war me push Kia hodo iska psychological effect hoda high, kyun ko market kabi be pure numbers par com. Nahi Karta, Market Kahanian, Legends, or Sentiments Parkam Karta High, or Jab Koi Collector Jishi Coin Ko Hold Karta High Jisa Wo Holy Grail Category Mi Rakta High, Tuwaski Liya Price X Symbolic Factor Hoda High, or Yi High Symbolic Factor Inflation Create Karta High, Jisa Dek Karlog KHD Hain Kashayat is Coin Ki Jishi Hidden Variety Ka Potential Record Breaking Hosakta High or For Ek or Mystery Aspect Sami Ada High Hoarding Phenomenon, Log Silently Rolls, Bags, Boxes Me 2004. Dika Pennies Ko Store Cardi Rate Hain, or Ekdin Jabkoi extremely high grade piece market me appear hoda hida log speculate Cardi Hain Kershayat Unk Posby Koi hidden gem ho, or ISA speculative psychology key wajasi YouTube, auction forums, Reddit, Facebook group Sabmi Ek Dumsa conversation spike hoda high, Jahalog apni coins ka macro photos share Cardi Hain, digital microscopes SE details capture Cardi Hain, or har minor scratch, but, die line, plating bubble ka forensic level. Par analysis Cardi Hain, Kyan Kukahin Nakahin Har Collector Ko Like to High Kuek Din Unhibi Wo Impossible Looking $254,000 million jackpot story Mil Jair Yehi Anticipation, Yehi Hope, Yehi Emotional Magnetism Modern Pennies Kob Historic or Romantic Bonadetti High, or 2004 D Penny is Entire Psychological Universe Ka Ek Shining Star Banjata High, Chahiuska Intrinsic Metal Value Surf Kuch Sense Ho, Lekin Uski Beach Chupa Hua Narrative, Rarity Ku Rumors, Die State Anomalies, High. Great hunts, or market key unpredictable dynamics is coin kooik living legend ka status to deet hain, jisa collectors haraz pursue cardi hain, or haraziski bear me or zayada sikni ki koshish cardi hain. Or Jabhum 2004 D Lincoln Sen Ki Kahani Ko or Begar Samander Me Lekker Jade Hain de Patakelta Haiku is Coin Ki Asli Strength Surf Uski Metal, Uski Designya Uski Mint Mark Me Nani, Baki is Feeling Me Chupi Hai Joya Coin Lagon Ko Andar Jagata Hai, X Simple Sa Coin, Joe Am Dino Me Jishi Dukan Ka Cashier Drawer Me Reda the, Jishi Grocery Key Change Tray Me Gumta Reda the, Ek Normal Sa Sen JIS Par Koi Dayan Nahi Dita, Wo High Coin Jab Decades Bad Ek Collector Kohoff Me Pristine. Untouched condition me milta hai waski ankon me ekajiba sichamake ajadi hai, jays wo jishi chupi denayakadar wazakal raho, or 2004 D kaya charmas liar be intense ban jada hai kun ka 2000s commit era me minted coins me kuch micro mechanical changes a the jisa log normally notice nahi kardi, like in collector community jiska calm high hard detail ko decode karna hai unkli yaya sap chodi chodi cheesy and goldmine ban jadi hai nor ye be interesting hai ku 2004 D ko bear me. Market me uncertainty key ek psychological film radi high, jime rumor, speculation or hype mix hokarek isid environment create cardi hain jahan jishibi coin ka value ek second me shift hosakta high, shahiwo realistic hoya exaggerated, collectors key imagination ka apna ek power hoda high or agar koi kahani circulate ho j ko ek flawless specimen ko jishi private collector any ek insane amount par acquire kia high, tabaki sablog yehi sakni lagged hain kershade unk posby koi similar. Piso Sakta Hai Jo any life-changing returns to D, or SI expectation key wajas at $254,000 million JC symbolic mythical valuation key stories market ko corners me failty ruddy hain, log samaged hain kershade ye impossible ho, lekin collecting denia me impossible acts are possible ban jada high or jab hum minting process key taraf mud hain to 2004 me Denver mint any Jo advanced automated press systems use kai the unme feed rate or die alignment ko micro adjustments key wajase. Kuch coins par X supernatural level cost right quality at a high, or ye high with category hodi high Gisa graders ultra high grade MS69 or rarely theoretical MS70 ka bracket me evaluate cardi hain, or jab koi example and standards ka soth match hojata hai to a coin ek dum lag denaya mi enter hojata hai. Ek ac denaya jaha value ka numbers practical logic is per hojate hain, kyun ku collector kuliya perfection ka concept priceless hoda hai, or jab koi coin ek decade tak untouched rati. Jishi roll me sealed rahi, ya jishi drawer me safe rahi jahanas par koi scratch, oxidation, dentya carbon spot nai, tuuska luster bright starlight jisa kamakta reta hai jo ek psychological effect produce karta hai jo bidding wars me logon ko irrational tak bana dita hai or yehi luster ka magic hoda hai, jab coin ko light kaneche gomea jata hai or usky surface x smooth circular cartwheel motion me reflect hodi hai, x silky say shine jo collectors ko feel karwata hai ki coin. Artificially perfect nahi, baki naturally flawless high, is effect ko dek karlog realize kardi hain ko machine made objects be kabi nature ko design jisa perfection show kar sokt hain, or ye feeling high coin ko mythical banati high, or 2004 d ka brilliance level kuch batches me yadna absurdly high hoda the ku collectors un pieces ko mirror flame finish sense j's informal nicknames Dean Lage, just coin key mystique or be bad guy or log is coin ko ek ac chis samage lage. Jesus simply lucky find ya market fluke nahi kahaja sect or jab hum reverse side ka analysis kardi hain to Lincoln Memorial design ek deep symbolic power rock to high, kyun ku was designed ni nearly 50 years tak American coinage ko represent Kia, or 2004 d ka memorial reverse kuch pieces me perfect symmetry dikata high jime har column evilly struck hoda high, koi mushia jaz nahi hodi, koi die where cosines nahi ot, or steps or interior statue ka micro engravings ek level par visible. Od hain jisa am nazar sedekna mushkil hoda hai, lekin macro lens ka through yech chodi engravings coin key value ko dramatically elevate cardeti hain, or ye high wo traits hain jisa high-end collectors aptly collections me chase cardi hain or jab hum emotional psychology keybot cardi hain to collectible coins ekajiba say attachment factor banate hain. Jzek simple penny jishi ka bakpan ki odyssey jude ho ya jishi ka father in kabi piggy bank me ad kiyaho, ya jishi ini. Accidentally zero scratches walla coin school trip me receive kiyaho, or aswaktas asosha be nahi ho kayechodi sa copper plated zinc key disc future me ek legend band sakti high, or jab ace coins decades bad surface ode hain to unka emotional value one key monetary value cb zayata hoda high, or collectors kaliye emotional value ka koi price tag nahi hoda, or yehi reason high ko kabi auctions me logically impossible numbers appear ode hain or yebi ek fact high ko 2004d. Pennies me kuch microscopic die chip variations det gay hain, jisa kuch log ghost apex anomalies ya shadow ridge micro blisters, j's fancy unofficial names deed hain, or jab koi coin and anomalies kasath extremely high grade me milta high to collectors use rare branch variety samage car premium dean kuliya tire hojade hain, juo variety formally recognized hoyanati, or iss terra ko hidden quirks coin ko ek enigmatic treasure bana deed hain, jisa decode karna collectors ku. Lia ek puzzle jisa hoda high or jab hum market demand key depth me jade hain to ek or phenomenon milta high jo hoarding mania cb zayata powerful hoda high, or wo high hope driven collecting, jime log hundreds of rolls purchase cardi hain surf is you meet me kashayad ani ek impossible grade ka flawless specimen mil j, or jab jishi YouTube video me koi ek perfect coin showcase hojata high to sorry denaya as ek example ko benchmark samage leti high or kahin na kahin har collector ko mind. Me a question gun like to high ko kia mir pospi koi hidden gem ho sakti high, kia mir bucket me a drawer me a old piggy bank me koi isa 2004 d penny bacha wa high jo kabi surface ho or mui ek unbelievable resulti, or yehi expectation ka magic hoda high just hype sustain hodi high or market invade hoda reta high or jab hum iss pure universe ko ek holistic roshni me dekt hain to samage ata high ko 2004 d penny surf ek coin nahi, ek cultural phenomenon ban chuka high, ek mystery. Box Jime hidden possibilities hain, ek artifact jo modern era kabi high or classic coinage heritage kabi, ek symbol jo everyday currency ko treasure me convert car sock to high agar uzmi perfection preserved ho, or yehi bot logon ko motivate cardi righty high ko wo apni pennies ko carefully inspect carrion, magnifying glass ka use carrion, microscope ko through har ridge ko analyze carrion or har small detail ko decode karn ki koshish carrion kyan ko kahin nakahin har collector sock to high ku. Ek ordinary looking penny ku peach ek extraordinary kahani chupi ho sakti high, jo ek din denaya ko shock karde. Or jab hum 2004 d Lincoln sent ko safar ko or be garaimi explore cardi hain to ek or fascinating layer sami adi high, ek ac layer jo coin collecting key psychological universe ko pure terra represent cardi high, kyan ku is coin ku around jo stories, rumors or narratives circulate od hain wo surf facts par depend nahi cardi, baki on emotions par depend cardi hain jo collectors me ek spark ignite cardi hain, or ya spark high hoda high jo jishi ordinary piece ko extraordinary bonadita. Hi, or ISI sparking the 2004 d penny ko ek mythical status tak push kia, jahan har collector ko like to high kakahi nakahi jishi drormi, jishi jarmi, jishi dime box kaneche, jishi adik me ek isa perfect untouched specimen chup kar batha wa hi jo ek din emerge haga or market ko shot kar dega, or yijo anticipation ka pressure hoda high, wo emotional energy hodi high jo coin collecting ko ek obsession me convert kar dedi high or ye be interesting high ko jab collectors appy 2004 d. Pennies ko examine cardi hain to unka focus surf flaws ya imperfections par nahi hoda, baki wa perfection ko tiniest signal search cardi hain, j surface gloss key smoothness, rim ku edges ka symmetry, planchet ku microscopic purity streaks, strike pressure ka uniformity, or saps important coin ko fields ka mirror like cleanliness, Or jab koi coin in criteria kosoth match karta high to collector key heartbeat literally fast hone lengthy high, kyun ko samage jada high kuya koi normal. Fine nahi, baki ek potential treasure high, or ya high wo moment hoda high jahan reality or imagination ek dusser se overlap karn lagged hain, jahan koi sent jiska face value surf ek senho, what ek symbolic multi-million-dollar myth me transform hoda high, surf is liya kyun ka perfection ka psychological power ka be underestimate nahi kaya ja sect or jab hum minting process me chupi complexities ko decode kardi hain to hum pada kelta high ka 2004 me Denver mint me kuch batches me experimental. Lubrication cycles use kaige that just coin strikes unusually sharp high, or in batches me jo coins bina damage ka survive karge wa aj collectors kaliya holy grail category me count od hain, or jab koi collector ace coins ko microscope ka nache rockta high to usi harajek geometric artwork jc lighty high, ek engineering miracle jc. Jisa deck car collector yi sakta haiku agar ek machine is level ka perfection accidentally produce car sakti high to koda sa coin is. Platted ka ek rare artifact ban sakta high, or si perception key wajas ilog 2004 d ka rare examples ko legendary status deed hain or jab hum reverse side keybot cardi hain to Lincoln memorial design ko columns me jo depth consistency hodi high, usi collectors explore cardi whacked spiritual piece jc experience cardi hain, kuch log to Kate hain ka jab coin ko rotate cardi hue columns me light bounce cardi high to ek hypnotic illusion create card dedi high jisa deck car like to high ku coin. Abi zindaho, jays wo apni kud ki kahani suna raho, or jab ek coin is level ka emotional response generate card to collectors kaliya uski real value, uska real market price irrelevant ho jada high, wo uski symbolic worth me gina shuro card deed hain, or symbolic worth high wa engine hoda high jo kabi auctions me insane bidding trigger karda high or jab hum error hunting keybot cardi hain to 2004 d pennies me repunched mint marks, die cracks, die chips, plating bubbles, off. Center strikes or even die abrasions jays micro anomalies observe kaige hain, or collector community and anomalies koek teraka treasure code samage card decode karn ki koshish cardi high, jays koi adventurer hidden clues hun kar raho, or yahi thrill coin collecting koek addictive hobby bonadeti high, kyun ko har coin ek mystery hoda high, har coin ek puzzle hoda high, or har puzzle solve karn par collector koek dopamine rush milta high, jo wasi next coin search karn par force. Carter Retta high or jab hum hyper myth creation keybot cardi hain to yebi ek fact high coin community me kabi exaggerated valuations intentionally circulate kijadi hain, just market me buzz create kia j, just log high grade coins ko aggressively hunt carrion, or jab ek hype snowball ban car roll hoda Retta high to uska emotional impact log on combine me permanent ho jada high, or fur koi ek perfect condition coin emerging ho car ek insane price bar sell ho j to log ek. Sale ko benchmark bonakar speculation ko or be elevate car deed hain, chahiwa sale verified hoya confidential private acquisition ka rumor ho, lekin collectors kaliya rumor be truth jisa powerful hoda high or jab hum buyers psychology ko samaj and ki koshish cardi hain to pada kelta high coin collecting surf kabi historical objects ka hobby nahi hoda, baki ek emotional economy hodi high jime nostalgia, perfection, rarity, hope, or myth sab ek misel ban kar soft chalt hain, or Jabek buyer Jishi coin ko deck car emotional connect fil karda high to a price stop thinking car dita high, or kahi na kahi yahi reason hoda high kabi koi modern penny be ek insane symbolic figure tak reach car sakta high, or log ye believe car lead hain koek 2004 d flawless example kabi 254,000 million ka rumor worthy artifact ban sakta high or jab hum community culture ko decked hain to online forums, YouTube videos, Facebook groups, Reddit threads sabek ecosystem ban jate hain. Jahan Harkoi Apni findings share Karta High, Apni microscope captures upload Karta High, Apni theories propose Karta High, or Chalti Furti myths create Hodi Righty Hain Jisa Deck Car beginners or experienced collectors Dano motivate Od Hain, or Fur Harkoi Apni jars, rolls, bags, vaults or coin albums ko check Karna Shura Kar Dita High, Isak Kosoth Kashayad Unt Pospi Ek Isa Coin Hojo Decades Asani Pada Nahi the Lekin Abunt Destiny Ko Change Kar Sakta High or Jab Hum Iasis. Entire cycle ko full circle me decked hain to samage ada haiku 2004 d penny ek ordinary coin od hubi extraordinary bangaya surface like kan ka log on key imagination in asi extraordinary bonadia, or imagination ka power iss world be sab strong force hoda high, or jab imagination coin collecting kosoth merge hodi high to ek mythical universe create hada high jaha har chodi side detail, har microscopic flaw, har perfect surface, har shiny luster ek kahani ban jada high, ek legacy ban. Jada High, or 2004 D Penny Asai Legacy Ka Ek glowing symbol High Jisa collectors pursue Cardi rate Hain Bina Rook, Bina Fake, Bina Question Kai. Or Jab Hum 2004 D Lincoln Sent Kusafar KO or B Garaimi explore Cardi Hain to Ek or fascinating layer Sami Adi High, Ek layer Joe Coin collecting key psychological universe Ko Pure Terra represent Cardi High, Kian Ku is Coin Ku around Joe stories, rumors or narratives circulate Od Hain Wo surf facts par depend Nahi Cardi, Baki on emotions par depend Cardi Hain Joe collectors me Ek spark ignite Cardi Hain. Or yes spark high hoda high jo jishi ordinary piece ko extraordinary bonadita. Hi, or ISI Sparkni 2004D Penny Koek Mythical Status Tak Push Kia, Jahan Har Collector Keo Like to Haika Kahi Nakahi Jishi Drormi, Jishi Jarmi, Jishi Dime Box Kaneche, Jishi Attic Mi Ekaisa Perfect Untouched Specimen Chup Kar Batha Wahai Joek Din Emerge Haga or Market Ko Shot Kardega, or Yijo Anticipation Ka Pressure Hoda Hai, Wo Hai Wo Emotional Energy Hodi Hai Jo Coin Collecting Koek Obsession Me Convert Card Daddy Hai or Yibi Interesting Hai Jab Collectors Appy 2004D. Pennies ko examine kardi hain to unka focus surflazia imperfections par nahi hoda, baki wa perfection ku tiniest signal search kardi hain, j surface gloss key smoothness, rim ku edges ka symmetry, planchet ku microscopic purity streaks, strike pressure ka uniformity, or saps important coin ka fields ka mirror like cleanliness, or jab koi coin in criteria ka soth match karda high to collector key heartbeat literally fast hone lengthy high, kyun ku samage jada high ku ya koi normal. Fine nahi, baki ek potential treasure high, or ya high wo moment hoda high jahan reality or imagination ek dusser se overlap karn lagged hain, jahan koi sent jiska face value surf ek senho, wa ek symbolic multi-million-dollar myth me transform hoda high, surf is li ye kyun ka perfection ka psychological power ka be underestimate nahi kaya ja sect or jab hum minting process me chupi complexities ko decode kardi hain to hume pada kelta high ka 2004 me Denver mint me kuch batches me experimental. Lubrication cycles use kaige that just coin strikes unusually sharp high, or in batches me jo coins bina damage ka survive karge wa aj collectors kaliya holy grail category me count od hain, or jab koi collector ace coins ko microscope ka nache rakta high to usi har reject geometric artwork jc lagti high, ek engineering miracle jc. Jisa deck car collector yi sakta haiku agar ek machine is level ka perfection accidentally produce car sakti high to koda sa coin is. Plated ka ek rare artifact ban sakta high, or SI perception key wajas ilog 2004D ka rare examples ko legendary status deed hain or jab hum reverse side keybot kardi hain to Lincoln memorial design ka columns me jo depth consistency hodi high, usi collectors explore kardi whacked spiritual piece jc experience kardi hain, kuch log to Kate hain ka jab coin ko rotate kardi hue columns me light bounce kardi high to wa ek hypnotic illusion create card daddy high jisa deck car like to high ku coin. Abi zindaho, jays wo apni kad ki kahani suna raho, or jab ek coin is level ka emotional response generate card to collectors kaliya uski real value, uska real market price irrelevant ho jada high, wo uski symbolic worth me gina shuro card deed hain, or symbolic worth high wa engine hoda high jo kabi auctions me insane bidding trigger karda high or jab hum error hunting keybot kardi hain to 2004D pennies me repunched mint marks, die cracks, die chips, plating bubbles, off. Center strikes or even die abrasions j's micro anomalies observe kaige hain, or collector community in anomalies koek teraka treasure code samage card decode karn ki koshish kardi high, j's koi adventurer hidden clues hun kar raho, or yahi thrill coin collecting koek addictive hobby bana dedi high, kyun ko har coin ek mystery hoda high, har coin ek puzzle hoda high, or har puzzle solve karn par collector koek dopamine rush milta high, jo wasi next coin search karn par force. Carter Retta high or jab hum hyper myth creation keybot kardi hain to yebi ekfact high coin community me kabi exaggerated valuations intentionally circulate kijadi hain, just market me buzz create kia j, just log high grade coins ko aggressively hunt carrion, or jab ek hype snowball ban car roll hoda Retta high to uska emotional impact log on combine me permanent ho jada high, or fur koi ek perfect condition coin emerging ho car ek insane price par sell ho j to log us ek. Sale ko benchmark bonakar speculation ko or be elevate card deed hain, chahiwa sale verified hoya confidential private acquisition ka rumor ho, lekin collectors kaliya rumor be truth jisa powerful hoda high or jab hum buyers psychology ko samaj and ki koshish kardi hain to pada kelta high ko coin collecting surf kabi historical objects ka hobby nahi hoda, baki ek emotional economy hodi high jime nostalgia, perfection, rarity, hope, or myth sab ek misal ban kar soft chalt hain, or Jabek buyer Jishi coin ko deck car emotional connect fil karda high to a price stop thinking card dita high, or kahi na kahi yahi reason hoda high kabi koi modern penny be ek insane symbolic figure tak reach car sakta high, or log ye believe car lead hain koek 2004D flawless example kabi 254,000 million ka rumor worthy artifact ban sakta high or jab hum community culture ko decked hain to online forums, YouTube videos, Facebook groups, Reddit threads sabek ecosystem ban jate hain. Jahan har koi apni findings share karda high, apni microscope captures upload karda high, apni theories propose karda high, or chalti furti myths create hodi righty hain jisa deck car beginners or experienced collectors dano motivate od hain, or fur har koi apni jars, rolls, bags, vaults or coin albums ko check karna shura card dita high, isak kosoth kashayad un pospi ek isa coin hojo decades isa uni pada nahi the lekin abunk destiny ko change car sakta high or jab hum iasis. Entire cycle ko full circle me decked hain to samage ada haiku 2004D penny ek ordinary coin od hubi extraordinary bangaya surface like kan ka log on key imagination in si extraordinary bonadia, or imagination ka power iss world be sap strong force hoda high, or jab imagination coin collecting ka soth merge hodi high to ek mythical universe create hada high jaha har choti side detail, har microscopic flaw, har perfect surface, har shiny luster ek kahani ban jada high, ek legacy ban. Jada high, or 2004D penny SI legacy ka ek glowing symbol high jisa collectors pursue cardi rate hain bina rook, bina fake, bina question kai. As the journey of the 2004 D1 cent coin continues to echo across the world of collectors, enthusiasts, historians, dreamers, and everyday people who once believed that a small copper-plated piece of metal could never hold extraordinary value, we find ourselves arriving at the conclusion of this incredible story, yet the ending feels less like a finish and more like the beginning of a legend, and that is precisely what makes the world of coin so magical, because a single unnoticed penny in your pocket, sitting quietly under dust, hiding in a drawer, lying in a forgotten piggy bank, or buried deep inside an old family box, can suddenly rise to unimaginable heights, and the 2004 D-cent, especially the rare varieties tied to errors, off-planchet strikes, doubled dies, and extremely high-grade conditions, has shown us that what looks ordinary may actually be a sleeping treasure waiting to be awakened. And throughout this journey we've explored how a basic 2.50-gram copper-plated zinc coin, struck in Denver with billions of siblings, can sometimes carry a story so powerful that collectors are willing to pay astonishing amounts, even numbers reaching into the hundreds of thousands, and for the most extreme fantasies of auctions, even the hypothetical market whispers that spark imaginations across the world with figures like $254,000 million, numbers that stretch beyond reality into the realm of myth, storytelling, and inspiration, fueling the passion that keeps the hobby alive. And as we reflect on every detail from the composition, weight, design, minting variations, striking characteristics, die life, storage conditions, grade requirements, auction history, collector psychology, and the unpredictable forces of rarity that shape the market, one thing becomes clear: value is never found only in the metal, it is found in the story behind the metal, in the human desire to search, discover, and hope, and the 2004 D penny serves as a reminder that even the smallest things in life can carry enormous potential if we dare to look closely enough. As the video reaches its final moments, imagine holding that tiny coin in your hand, observing the gleam on Lincoln's profile, the smooth or sometimes slightly rough edges from circulation, the faint traces of time, the microscopic lines of the die, the strike marks that reveal the long journey from the mint presses to the pockets of millions, and all at once you realize that every coin is a time capsule, a miniature monument of an era, carrying millions of unseen stories, connecting people, places, memories, and history in a way no other object quite can. And that is why collectors hunt, research, examine, and treasure these pieces, because each one can unlock a story, a secret, a surprise, and in rare cases, a life-changing financial discovery. And the story of the 2004 D penny teaches us that even in modern times, even with mass production and advanced technology, mint errors happen, extraordinary conditions survive, and unique pieces emerge that defy all expectations, often rising to become the center of global attention, because rarity doesn't always belong to ancient, medieval, or 19th century coins. Sometimes rarity is hiding in the pocket change of today. And as the journey wraps up, the magic lies in the thought that somewhere in the world right now, maybe even in your home, a single 2004 D penny sits quietly, holding potential value far beyond anyone's imagination, waiting for someone curious enough to take a second look, to examine the details, to weigh it, to check for doubled dies, to inspect mint marks, to evaluate its condition, to compare grading standards, to dream of auctions and bidding paddles rising in excitement. And who knows, maybe that next life-changing discovery belongs to you, maybe that next story the world talks about begins with the coin you find. And this possibility, this excitement, this sense of adventure is what makes collectors return again and again, searching through rolls, studying charts, learning mint history, and exploring the endless world of numismatics, because every discovery begins with curiosity, and every treasure begins with a simple question: could this one be special? So as the final words settle into the air, imagine the entire journey of the 2004 D-cent stretching behind us like a long, shining path filled with facts, mysteries, hopes, possibilities, and dreams. And remember that whether you have 1 penny or 1,000, the value of collecting lies not only in money but in the thrill of learning, the joy of exploring, and the wonder of uncovering the unexpected. And even though this is the ending of part 10, the story continues in every hand that holds a coin, every collector who begins the search, and every moment someone realizes that the smallest object can create the biggest impact. And with that, may your eyes always stay sharp, your knowledge always expand, your curiosity never fade, and your passion for collecting guide you to discoveries that surprise, inspire, and uplift your journey. And as we close this chapter, consider this not an ending but an invitation to look closer, to search deeper, and to believe in the extraordinary hidden in the ordinary, because the next legendary penny could be waiting for you right now. And with that final thought, the story of the 2004 D-cent gently settles into the vast world of numismatic history, where it will continue to shine forever, leaving each of us with the excitement of possibility, the thrill of discovery, and the endless hope that the next rare treasure might just be one moment away.